What's happening? What's going on? Good morning to everybody out there. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We come on YouTube, talk about sport and news, things coming up in sports, and a whole lot of other things. Once again, I'm your host, DJ Wildbody, flying solo here. Not really used to flying solo, but something new. We're going to keep going, man. Pick'em Sports Talk Radio. We picking it up. Pick'em. Shout out to the comrades out there. Kareem Cooper. Shout out to the comrade Malcolm Edwards, seeing me hustle. And shout out to the comrade Kareem VIC Williams. Hopefully he'll be back on in the near future. But yeah, we're going to fly solo today. How's everybody doing? You say what's going on to the panel, but there's no panel here. It's just me here today, man. So I got to kind of keep the air closed in here, man. I got to keep going. I can't have any hiccups, any skips, any dead air, as they might say. I'm listening here trying to figure it out on my own. Fake it till you make it, winging it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, before we get started, let's go ahead and let everyone know our sponsors right here. This episode of Pick'em is brought to you by Pop Pop's Woodshop. Pop Pop's Woodshop, specializing in custom woodworking coffee tables, china cabinets. They do it all. They're dedicated to providing you with top quality work and the utmost professionalism. You call Pop Pop's Woodshop today. Give them a call, 1-800-286-5233. That's 1-800-286-5233. When you call them, let them know that Pick'em sent you. Give them the code PICK. Once again, call Pop Pop's Woodshop at 1-800-286-5233. Use the code PICK. That's PICK. So what's going on, everybody? Once again, it's flying solo. How's everybody doing? Catch us on the playback at Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all your other streaming sites. We are also on the playback for your playback value. So don't get really a lot of live listens on Sunday mornings, but definitely there's playback value here. We'll be continuing to do that. Also having some new panel members come through for the new season. We're going to be still talking sports, getting in depth mostly with a lot of UFC, a lot of boxing as well. Real fan of the boxing, real fan of the UFC, so we'll be bringing that to you as well. So Super Bowl is set. Today should have been the Pro Bowl, but yeah, the Super Bowl is set. We're going to go back there and recap on the games. You had the Chiefs, Bills, you had the Buccaneers, Green Bay Packers, obviously Tampa Bay going into Green Bay, and Buffalo going over to Kansas City Arrowhead Stadium, which Arrowhead Stadium historically is the AFC version of the Seattle Seahawks with the decibel level in the stadium. But we'll go ahead and recap on that. So yeah, there we go. The playoff bracket, Buccaneers Packers. It was a crazy one. Buccaneers going to the Packers. Now people didn't pick the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, MVP caliber. They were untouchable. So the Buccaneers go up there. Wilbot, Tom Brady. This game was a barn burner. I enjoyed this game. Watched it from the coin flip all the way to the last play of the game. The Buccaneers go up to Lambeau and beat a damn good Packer football team. Score, Buccaneers 31, Packers 26. Buccaneers take it. They go into their own first team to ever host, be the home team for the Super Bowl. They go down back to Tampa. Bruce Arians has mentioned that, hey, this is a great accomplishment to get a home Super Bowl win, but we're here to win it. Just to recap some scores: Aaron Rodgers 33 for 48, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns. Leonard Fournette, Tampa Bay, 13 carries, 55 yards. He just looks absolutely spectacular in this game. I can't say enough about how the Tampa Bay defense stepped up. Todd Bowles throwing in different schemes. Aaron Rodgers, pretty much being rushed. They got to Aaron Rodgers when they need to get to Aaron Rodgers to put him on the ground. Jason Pierre-Paul, always in his face. Dominic Sue tipping passes. This defense is the real MVP of this game. Tom Brady threw some costly interceptions, but it really didn't come back to bite him. Like Green Bay didn't capitalize like they should have off of the Tom Brady interceptions. He also had 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Tom Brady 280 yards, 3 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 20 for 36, by the way. Oops, excuse me. But yeah, they didn't capitalize off the turnovers, and that's what helped the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers defense came, and they stood tall. Green Bay, you could, say, back down when they were down 3 straight passing attempts into the red zone, you can say that LaFleur shouldn't have went for the field goal. And I'll tell you like this: you got Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks right now in the game. He's been one of the best quarterbacks for the last 10 years. You always give that kind of quarterback another opportunity to put it in the end zone. I know they were down by 8, so your logic was, hey, we're down by 8. We score a touchdown here. Obviously, we're going for the 2-point conversions, and we tie it up. But, hey, we got to get something while we're down here. I understand that logic, but when you got Aaron Rodgers behind center, the more attempts that this man has to make a play, you got one of the best route running wide receivers in the game as well. and Davante Adams, you go ahead and you go for it. I know they have some kind of trick plays in the bag where they could go ahead and kind of do some trickery. But yeah, Packers, man, go ahead and elect the kick the field goal, relying on their defense to make a stop, and it didn't happen. Tampa Bay came back and go ahead and went ahead and got a first down. Chris Godwin had an awesome game, 110 yards, 5 receptions. He was long, 52. Mike Evans, 3 for 51. Real motivator. I see, all you see was Mike Evans out there rallying the team together. Gotta love it. Scotty Miller with the great touchdown. I think this was like a 40 or 50-yard bomb into the end zone right before the halftime. He was 3 receptions for 51 yards. I'm sorry, 2 receptions for 36 yards, 1 touchdown, obviously. Scotty Miller were counted. Rob Gronkowski, Gronk, 1 reception for 29 yards. It was a big 29-yard, too. Gave him a first down, kept the chains moving, and also kept the clock moving. Leonard Fournette, receiving-wise, 5 receptions for 19 yards. Got to give him props, too. For a rushing department, Leonard Fournette, 12 carries, 55 yards. Not really a big rushing day, but he got a touchdown. He had that nice touchdown when he did a couple of spins and a couple of flipperoos and got into the end zone. Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, they like to bring him in the fourth quarter to, basically, try to capitalize on the tired defense on the other side. Aaron Jones, 6 carries. You kept seeing Aaron Jones on we're talking about the Packers. Aaron Jones kept going in and out. He looked like he maybe got hurt a little bit. He only had 6 carries for 27 yards. That right there was a difference maker. Aaron Jones, real fast. This guy, 27 yards in an NFC championship game. It's pathetic. I was expecting to hear that he was injured and whatnot, but he kept seeing him, taking him out, put him back in. I don't think he was right. Yeah, not really a rushing attack. Total combined rushing yards from the Packers, 67 yards. They only ran the ball 16 times. Receiving, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 4 receptions for 115 yards. Had a great game, 1 touchdown. Davante Adams, he had that 1 touchdown when he was 1-on-1. And Mercedes Lewis even gets involved. Former Jacksonville Jaguar, 3 receptions for 28 yards. Jamal Williams, 4 receptions for 22 yards. So, yeah, Tampa Bay will advance to the Super Bowl to take on, y'all know it, the Kansas City Chiefs. Everyone's seen this coming. This Bills-Chiefs game, first of all, shout out to the Bills. A couple of Bills fans. Shout out to Chad out there. He's a big Bills fan. A couple other people that I know. The Bills' first meaningful game since 1993 when they were in the Super Bowl going against the Dallas Cowboys, and also the flea flicker game in 2000 with Frank Wycheck and them Titans. So this is the first meaningful game that the Bills have played in a long time, over 20 years. If you want to get technical, I'll go Super Bowl like we were talking about. But the Bills' first meaningful game, the Bills go out to Arrowhead Stadium and basically take on a Chiefs team that is just running on all cylinders. The only thing the Bills could hope for is that the Chiefs having that time, relaxing and not really, only playing a couple times in the last month would be a little rusty, but that was not the case. The Chiefs are on all cylinders. As you all know, the Chiefs beat the Bills, scored 38-24. Let's check the box score. Josh Allen, this guy, to me, proved why he is not a top-tier quarterback yet. A lot of different, his decision-making wasn't that of a top-tier quarterback through his progressions. Big game on the line. It's just kid's first time ever in a championship game. Josh Allen, not saying that he doesn't have good upside and he won't be great one day, just not now and definitely not last week. He just, a couple of plays could have went their way. You got to kind of put all that stuff and flood out the noise around you on the road. Josh Allen, 287 yards, 28 for 48, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, sacked 4 times for 53 yards. Yeah. So the Bills, they just, Kansas City, they were just on all cylinders, man. Defense and offense, they kept scoring, making the best of it. Patrick Mahomes, 29 for 38, 325 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. That is a solid as you can get in the playoffs, AFC Championship, going to the Super Bowl on the line, and then Kansas City delivers. For the rushing, Darrell Williams, 52 yards, 13 carries. And that was basically it, man. The rest of it was Tyreek Hill, man. 9 receptions for 172 yards. No touchdowns, man, but definitely put his team in position to be able to put points on the board. Travis Kelce, this guy had 2 touchdowns, 13 receptions for 118 yards. That was the Comey Coop there. So yeah. This game was one in the air, 172 yards to the high rusher. As far as the Buffalo Bills are concerned, rushing, you had Josh Allen, 7 carries for 88 yards. Not a bad day. Could have been better. Devin Singletary, 6 carries for 17 yards. And the rest of them aren't even worth saying anything. For the, in the receiving department, Cole Beasley, 7 receptions, 88 yards. Man, that ain't going to do it. Only touchdown receiving wise, you had the McKenzie touchdown and had Knox touchdown. Basically, the Kansas City Chiefs, barring any serious injuries happening to Patrick Mahomes, you can go ahead and say that this Kansas City team, at least in the next 10 years, will probably have 5 to 6 championships. This team is not going anywhere, and they're only getting better. This team has weathered the storm. They have got the right personnel in the right places. They have a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback. Basically, I think Patrick Mahomes is what Andrew Luck should have been to the Indianapolis Colts. Mahomes is that guy. Guy has everything needed to be a champion, and he displayed that last weekend. So can't take anything away from Patrick Mahomes. Shout out to the Bills, though. And like Vic says, nobody circles the wagon more than the Buffalo Bills. They'll be back next year. You got a AFC. The AFC is going to be probably a tough division. Bills probably will be the top. You got the Patriots coming back next year. The Patriots are not going to be sorry 2 years in a row. I'm just sorry. A lot of people sat out, a lot of different injuries. Hopefully, the climate next year and this world will be a little different. Be able to put some more people in the stands. Some teams allowed fans in it. I mean, I'll tell you what, Lambeau was packed, man. Lambeau had 9 to 10,000 people in there last night. I mean, not last night, last week. So if you're telling me that was 9,000, I beg to differ. But 9,000 people are 9,000 people. I don't care where you put them. So yeah, home field advantage. You got 9,000 people in the stands. Yeah, that is definitely home field advantage. It's not an empty stadium. It's not like it's the Raiders. Their new complex they have in Las Vegas. But yeah, Bills will be back next year. The Bills have nothing to hang their head down over. That was a successful season, and they're going to build on that. They're going to pick up some pieces in the offseason, maybe strengthen that defense up a little bit more, maybe get them another receiving weapon. You still got Diggs, but you got Cole Beasley as your number 2 receiver. Cole Beasley to me is kind of a third down guy, but he stepped up. I thought he didn't have anything left in the tank when he left the Cowboys. I always thought that Cole Beasley was overrated. He was just a small guy out there, could rap, and But yeah, Cole Beasley stepped up this year, had a hell of a year, man. So I'm not taking anything away from Cole Beasley. Let's check regular season. Cole Beasley had 967 yards, 8 receptions. Hold on here. Yeah, hold on here. He got Cole Beasley, not almost 1,000 yards receiving, four touchdowns. I mean, yeah, that's not number 1, number 2 receiver numbers, man, especially on a team like the Bills. It's fine though, man. But yeah, Bills once again, nothing to be ashamed of. 13-3, 6-2 on the road. You cannot be unhappy with that. So the Bills are Bills on that in offseason. Once again, Kansas City keeps on going. They go down to Tampa Bay to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I've been picking the Buccaneers all year. I've been rolling with the Buccaneers. As you all know, I am a Giants fan. My Giants barely missed the play. We missed the playoffs. The Washington football team got our slot. You know what? To be honest with you, although we were in position to go to the playoffs, let's be honest, the NFC East was weak this year. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Washington football team was 7-9 going into the playoffs. We would have been another 7-9 team, or maybe a 6-10 team going into the playoffs. I would not have wanted to see that game. I just don't think that we were a playoff ready team. I felt that our defense played with a lot of heart, and we basically overachieved in some sense of the imaginations. Definitely beating Seattle when no one gave us a chance to beat Seattle up in the 12th man land. But I just don't. I didn't want to see it. So you know what? Uh, so I had to pick up some teams. I was rolling with the Cleveland Browns because of their track record in the last 20 years. I want to see the Browns do something. The Browns, another team, good upside to them. Can't wait to see what they come up with next year. And I picked Brady and want to see. I'm a Giant fan, so Brady. As long as Brady's not playing any teams in the NFC East, he is 0-3, I believe, against teams in the NFC East in the Super Bowl. Think about it. We beat him in '07. We also beat him in 2011, 2012, and the Eagles beat him in 2016. So as long as Brady is not playing the NFC East in the Super Bowl, he's unstoppable. Tom Terrific. Yeah, but I seen this Tampa team followed him last year. Jameis Winston, this guy put up yards, but he just kept creating so many turnovers for himself. And the turnovers, as you know, they come back and bite you. That's what separates a good quarterback from a bad quarterback is turnovers. Not just turnovers, but turnovers in certain situations, down in your own on your in your own territory, or pick sixes and stuff. So they were just one happy meal away from actually being something. So Brady came down there. Gronk came out of retirement, and I kind of figured this was the plan anyway. I don't think Brady knew where he was going to land. But Brady's going to keep playing football. If Brady wins or loses, Brady will be back next year, and they'll probably get some new talent. But hey, man, you don't need any talent at your skills positions, man. Maybe get another running back, but the receiver core is tight. AJ Antonio Brown's coming back. They want him back next year. You still got, I think this nucleus will stay together. Mike Evans, Antonio Brown. You got that his name escapes me right now. This the nice young tight end. I think Gronk does another year. I think they do it all over again. I think Tom stays with his plan to retire at 45. And yeah, man, I'm enjoying it. Me and Tom are the same age. He's still out there doing it at a decent level. But it comes time where we got to pick the game. And although Tampa's going to be on fire, I don't know the crowd situation yet. I don't know if there's going to be fans allowed in the stadium. I would think they will allow stands in the stadium. I don't know at what capacity, but you got to believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are ordained or the chosen one, if you will, to win this Super Bowl. And I just don't see, I think people discount what Tampa Bay is. Tampa Bay is a rhythm team. Tampa Bay has a lot of heart on the defense, and they also have skill. They can get to the quarterback and disrupt and mistime him. So don't think that this Kansas City Chiefs offensive line is that good to withstand a Todd Bowles sending different schemes and Dominican Sue, Pierre Paul, those guys on the line. That defense, man, these guys, the cornerbacks, these guys play with a lot of heart and they play with a lot of skill and they play control. They're gonna get to the quarterback. They're gonna disrupt. They're gonna be covering. They're gonna give them fits. So me being a football guy, if I'm thinking football wise, I say, hey, it's a slam dunk all day. Kansas City gonna go down to Tampa and they're gonna win. They're gonna win their second Super Bowl in 2 years back to back. But I can't do that because I've been riding this Tampa Bay train, and I'm gonna pick Tampa Bay because everyone's been betting against Tampa Bay. Kind of reminds me of the Giants when we went in '07. We backed into the playoffs. We went to Tampa and no one picked us. We beat Tampa. We went up to Lambeau Field in the cold. Everyone picked against us. They picked the Packers. We beat the Packers. I'm sorry. That was the Packers. Sorry. We beat Tampa. Then we went to Dallas. Everyone picked Dallas. We beat Dallas. Dallas being the number 2 team in the league. Then we went up to the number 1 seed, Green Bay. froze our balls up there. Everyone picked the Packers. We beat the Packers. And, of course, everyone picked the Patriots to be the first undefeated team since 1972 or 69, whatever year that was, and we beat the Patriots. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. It's all about momentum. I'll keep saying it. It's all about catching fire at the right time. I felt that Tampa Bay been hanging around all year, doing a decent job, and they caught fire in the playoffs. So, hey, man, you know who I'm picking? I'm going with Tom Brady in the bunch. I'm picking the Bucks to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Call me stupid. I'm going to stick with what I know, and I know Tampa football right now at this moment. I like Kansas City. They're dangerous, but they can be beat, ladies and gentlemen. I have an extra week to prepare for this game. Don't know of any past meetings with this team in the last 2 years. I'm not sure, but this is a different Tampa Bay Buck team from even the fourth week of the season. And you can't tell me you can't beat a team twice in the same year. It's damn near impossible to beat the same team twice in 1 year. The Buccaneers did it twice with the Green Bay Packers. This Tampa Bay Buck team is possessed, and they're destined to take home the chips. All right, so you got my pick there. I'm rolling with the Bucks still. Not going to stop. Moving along. So this week we have the Pro Bowl, NFL Pro Bowl. The team was announced. Obviously, they're not playing the Pro Bowl this year, but the team still gets announced. So it remains to be seen who will take home the MVP honors at the end of the season. But one thing is for certain, Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers are Pro Bowlers. The two quarterbacks highlight the 2021 and NFC AFC Pro Bowl roster, which were announced Monday on NFL Network. Mahomes, who have top fame voting, is putting together another stellar season and leading defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs to an NFL best 13-1 record, while Rodgers is back to his MVP caliber ways as his Packers currently hold the top spot. So, the 2021 Pro Bowl game was originally scheduled for January 31st. That would have been today in Las Vegas, but was canceled due. That would have been nice too, by the way. It was canceled due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Instead, the NFL is working with EA Sports to create a week-long series of matchups featuring celebrity, NFL legends, current players, and streamers players in the official Pro Bowl roster on the Madden game. So the Madden game, look at the Madden game and see. It's going to be dope. I'm going to check out Madden after I get done with this podcast. But without further ado, here's the 2021 AFC Pro Bowl roster by position. At quarterback, Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Backup, Bills, Josh Allen. Quarterback, Deshaun Watson, Texans. Running back, Derrick Henry, Titans. Nick Chubb, Browns. At running back, Josh Jacobs, Raiders. Wide receivers, Tyreek Hill, Chiefs. Stephon Diggs, Bills. Keenan Allen, wide receiver, Chargers. A.J. Brown, wide receiver, Titans, well-deserved. Tight end, Travis Kelce, Chiefs. Tight end, Darren Waller, Raiders. Fullback, Patrick Ricard, Ravens. Tackle, Laramie Tunsil, Texans. Tackle, Eric Fisher, Chiefs. Tackle, Orlando Brown. Not the Orlando Brown we think, but the Ravens Orlando Brown. Guard, Quentin Nelson, Colts. Guard, David DeCastro, Steelers. Center, Marquise Pouncey, Steelers. Another center, Ryan Kelly from the Colts. Defensive end, AFC, Myles Garrett, Browns, well-deserved. Defensive end, Chargers, Joey Bosa. Defensive end, Frank Clark, Chiefs. Defensive tackle, Chris Jones from the Chiefs. Defensive tackle from the Steelers, Cameron Hayward. Defensive tackle, Ravens, Calais Campbell. Outside linebacker, Steelers, T.J. Watt. I think this is his first one. Brother of the other Watt brother. Outside linebacker, Bradley Chubb, Broncos. Outside linebacker from the Ravens, Matt Judon. Inside linebacker, Colts, Darius Leonard. Inside linebacker, Bills, Tremaine Edmonds. Cornerback, Dolphins, Xavier Howard. That's a weird name. Cornerback, Bills, Tre'Davious White. Cornerback, Ravens, Marion Humphrey. For cornerback, Patriots, Stephon Gilmore. Awesome. That was a good pick. He had a great season. I like that cornerback. Free safety, Steelers, Fitzpatrick. And we're going to begin to announce his first name. Free safety, Broncos, Justin Simmons. Strong safety, Chiefs, Tyrann Mathieu. Punter, Patriots, Jake Bailey. Kicker, Ravens, the old vet, Justin Tucker. And that's it. To the NFC Pro Bowl roster by position. A quarterback, Packers, Aaron Rodgers. Backup, quarterback, Seahawks, Russell Wilson again. Quarterback, Cardinals, Kyler Murray gets his first Pro Bowl selection. For running back, we all know, Vikings, Dalvin Cook. Running back, Saints, Alvin Kamara. Running back, Packers, Aaron Jones. Wide receivers, Packers, Devontae Adams. Wide receiver, Cardinals, DeAndre Hopkins keeps it moving. Wide receiver, Seahawks, DK Metcalf. And wide receiver, Vikings, Justin Jefferson. Tight ends, TJ Hawkinson, Lions. Tight ends, Giants, Evan Ingram. Let's go. His first Pro Bowl. Fullback, Kyle Juszkiewicz, 49ers. Moving down. Defense. Let's go defense. Outside linebacker, Bears, Khalil Mack. Yeah. Outside linebacker, Packers, Darius Smith. Zadarius Smith. Outside linebacker, Buccaneers, Jason Pierre-Paul. Buccaneers. Inside linebacker, Bobby Wagner, the old crafty vet from the Seahawks. Inside linebacker, 49ers, Fred Warner. Cornerback, Rams, Jalen Ramsey. Cornerback, Packers, Jaire Alexander. Cornerback, Saints, Marshawn Lattimore. Cornerback, Giants, James Bradbury. Yeah, free safety, Seahawks, Quandre Diggs. Strong safety, Budda Baker, Cardinals. Strong safety, Jamal Adams, Seahawks. Punter, Jack Fox, Lions. Yeah, right. Punter. Young Ho Koo, Falcons, kicker. He made his, I don't know if this was his first one. All right, so that's the 2021 Pro Bowl selection. Moving on, NFL news. Big blockbuster trade that's found out early this morning. The Lions trade Matthew Stafford to the Rams in the blockbuster deal involving some picks. So let's see what they got here. Two quarterbacks moving. Let's see here. So Detroit will acquire Goff and a 2021 third-round pick and first-round picks in 2022 and 23 in exchange for Stafford. So, wow, Stafford was worth that much? So a third-round pick and first-round picks in 2022 and 23 in exchange for Stafford? Also reported that multiple teams offer first-round picks in this year's draft, but the deal, unfortunately, ultimately gave both sides what they desired. He also noted that the trade cannot become official until the start of the league year on March 17th. The Rams will inherit 2 years, $43 million remaining on Stafford's contract, and the Lions will carry a $17.8 million dead cap hit in 2021. In return, Detroit will inherit 4 years and $106 million remaining on Goff's contract. LA will carry a $22 million dead cap hit. The Lions had more than 6 offers for this guy, including a few worth than a first-round pick, Rappaport added. Detroit's decision to take on Goff's large contract ended up costing LA more. So, particulars are still being ironed out. So, Goff's current contract, he has $43 million in fully guaranteed money left. $25 million in base salary in 2021 and a $2.5 million roster bonus due on the second day of the 2021 league year in March, and another $15 million roster bonus due on the second day of the 2022 year. Just a lot of money. The clock on a potential deal beginning ticking over, when Stafford won it out. But yeah, Jared Goff to the Lions, man. I don't know. Detroit's getting a new look up there. Maybe they need some fresh blood. Matthew Stafford's still a serviceable quarterback if he can stay healthy, but Jesus Christ, what this guy has been beat up. He's been in the league maybe 10, 11 years. Stafford is beat up. Stafford gets hurt a lot. But hey, man, we don't have a line and you're constantly running. You can't do your 5-step drop and go through your progression because your left side is caving in. Your blind side, you're always getting hit. You're always out. Maybe this Sean McVay Rams offense here will be perfect. Man, you got some studs out there at wide receiver. You got some studs. Maybe they get maybe they get some more running. Maybe they strengthen the lineup for him. As far as Goff going to the Lions, I can't call the Lions now because I don't know what kind of team the Lions are going to be. I can't call the Lions right now. All I know is they got a new head coach, obviously new coordinators, Caldwell, and you have another one from the Texans. But we'll see, man. Hey, man, I'm glad that Stafford was able to land somewhere nice. Stafford actually paid his dues in Detroit. He wants to go to another team. He wants to go to a contender. I'm glad he didn't go down to a rebuilding team. I'm glad he didn't go down to a Jacksonville. I'm glad he didn't go to, let's say, the Cincinnati. I'm glad he didn't go to that team. A team where he has to obviously put the work in. The team has the talent to go all the way. They were just in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So the Rams are a peanut butter and jelly sandwiches away from actually doing something, and that might be the player. Someone that can get in. I think Jared Goff is a bust. He's had his time since he was drafted number 1 overall to prove himself, and he's is average at best quarterback. Let's just be honest. Maybe he revamps himself. Maybe this year, Jared Goff with a new team, guy's getting a lot of money, man. So he's gonna have to, he's gonna be along Anthony Lynn, getting his playbook. He will play a central role in the Lions rebuild under head coach Dan Campbell. I mean, that is evident. Can this guy start this friend? Maybe sometimes, man, you'd be surprised. I mean, look at lateral moves. Look at I'm not gonna say Alex Smith, but Tannehill, man. He was down in Miami just rotting away. Guy looked like a bust. He gets on the Titans team, everything fits for him. The offense looks, fits for him, and he's going out. He's not a premier passer, but Tannehill does enough to win. He's a game manager. They're not relying on his arm because they have the big Derrick Henry in the backfield. Some quarterbacks just need a different surrounding, a a change of scenery, different scenes. It's all about what system you're in. I was just talking about this to a buddy of mine about Colin Kaepernick, about when he was in that first year of that system. Kaepernick was unstoppable, and then they try to make him a pocket passer, and then he fell off. It's all about what the player's strength and what can he play. I mean, I guess that's the attribute of a wide receiver coming out of college. What kind of system did you play in college? And what did you make your name on? What kind of offense? If you're not a pocket passer, you're not a pocket passer. Not saying quarterbacks can't pass. Some passers pass good on a rollout. Some quarterbacks throw good out of the pocket. It just depends on the system. So, like I keep saying, we'll see what kind of system Anthony Lynn will come up with, and we'll see if Goff can flourish in that. I mean, he's been over in LA along with Goff for the last couple of years, and I'm pretty sure he has his eye on him, and he probably lobbied to get him. You never know. It's kind of hard to try to build around a new team with new coaches, new directions. When you have a quarterback, the guy center, the guy that's going to lead the team that wants out, it's kind of hard to rebuild. I mean, the motivation there. I mean, the whole morale of the place. Like, I'm trying to install a new system here, a new playbook, a new way of life. Maybe change the uniforms up a little bit. Maybe change the theme music, our mission statement, things like that. And your guy that's been there, a rider for almost 13 years, 12 years, does not want to play football there anymore. It's hard. So I'm glad that this deal got done. It won't be official until to March 13th or March 17th. But I'm glad that the Lions wasted no time making this deal happen. You owed it to Stafford. He has given you all he had. He's played his ass off. You never ever gave him a chance. You gave him Megatron, and that was it. I didn't see these guys trying to work on anything else but getting skilled players, and that's what the Lions do. They waste their picks on skilled players, instead of making good players, instead of getting them down low in the draft and getting them system oriented and working and making champions instead of basically picking them. As far as the Rams are concerned, I just think that if I'm not mistaken, he wasn't what McVay had wanted. I think they were done with Goff this year. I think they were looking to go in another direction. Goff started getting hurt. McVay, I just didn't think he fit anymore. I think, this was a perfect opportunity. The guy sat in the room and he said, "Hey, we have a chance to get Matthew Stafford. We know we're going to get with Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is not a bad quarterback. You put him in a good system, you might go ahead and surprise yourself." So glad the Rams make that. They went ahead and parted ways with Goff. I think they gave a lot. We'll see when this gets ironed out, but it's a lot of money, man. I'm seeing $43 million here. Goff had $106 million, 35 guaranteed. Stafford still owes some bread, but they said the Lions made out on it. So once again, we'll see. Once again, Matthew Stafford deal for Jared Goff going to the Lions, and Matthew Stafford's coming to LA. All right. Moving along, boxing last night, we had Caleb Plant against Caleb Trucks to retain the title. Real quick fight. Also had Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez. Not really no UFC last night, but there was UFC last week. We talked about the Conor McGregor, Justin Poirier fight, and haven't heard any news from that. Ain't nothing upcoming with UFC. The boxing looks real weak this year. We'll see. Waiting for that Joshua Fury fight. Look out for that. I don't think they named a date yet. Next UFC main card, you have UFC Fight Night. This is February 6th. You had Corey Sandman against Frankie Edgar, Mario Cape, Cody Statman, Andre Ewell. Some low card stuff. Nothing really. No. UFC 258 is going to be Saturday, the weekend after that. February 23rd. February 13th. You got Kamaru Usman, 17-1, going against Gilbert Burns. That was the main event. On the undercard, Uriah Hall, Chris Weidman. They've seen him fight Macy Barber, Alex Grasso, Kelvin Gassium, Ian Hershitz. And so you see the Usman going against Burns. I've seen Chris Weidman before, and Uriah Hall 17-9. I don't know how that's gonna go. But yeah, UFC 258, Saturday, February 13th, live on pay-per-view at UFC Apex. After that, yeah, couple Derek Lewis coming back, 24-7, going against Curtis Blaydes. And that's it. Not really nothing really popping, man. And Jan Blachowicz, this is in March 6th. Israel Adesanya, 20-0, going against Jan Blachowicz, light heavyweight. So Israel Adesanya moves up to light heavyweight. This will be his first light heavyweight fight. Amanda Nunes, 20-4, going against Megan Anderson, 11-4. We already know that she carries sticks of dynamites in her fist. So yeah, this ought to be interesting. UFC 259 already slated. So yeah, Jan Blachowicz, Israel Adesanya. I don't know if Israel had to forfeit his championship, but I know Jones forfeited his light heavyweight, and we'll see hopefully Israel against John Bones Jones. Maybe John Bones Jones comes back down to 205. Israel Adesanya moving up to 205 from 185 pounds. This guy's got 20 pounds on him. He's got to reach 78 inch reach for Blachowicz. Israel Adesanya has an 80-inch reach, but still at 185 for 6'3". Blachowicz is 37 years old. Adesanya 31. We'll see. Alessandro is very quick. He's a kickboxer by trade. Doesn't get hit too much. Has a great ground defense attack. He's quick on the ground. He's an escape artist. He has been working on his ground game. A lot of people think they can just come out and manhandle him and take him to the ground. Oh, you're skinny. Every time they say that, he ends up doing some other stuff. So never sleep on this Ilja Alessandro. This guy's a freak of nature. And he's still he is undefeated now. He's been in the UFC whooping ass, and the guy's still learning mixed martial arts. So how scary is that? You're still learning it, but as you learn it, you're still kicking people's asses. So he's learning, takedowns and submissions and stuff. Guys are working on his, chokes and arm bars and things, and he's still a student. He's still whipping. So just imagine how advanced he is. I mean, he's not really a mixed martial arts guy. You come from the kickboxing world, Muay Thai. Now you're trying to learn jiu-jitsu now and stuff. He picks up quick. Just like he picked that Muay Thai up, he picked up jiu-jitsu. So yeah, that's it. So we'll see that. Any other news, anything else coming out? Yeah, we've been talking about football for the whole time. Let's check out the NBA. I'll just go over the standings real quick. In the East, we have the 14-6 number 1 76ers at 14-6. The Nets, number 2, 13-8. They're bounced back. Number 3, the Bucks, 11-8. Pacers, 4, 11-8. Celtics, 5 at 10-8. The Atlanta Hawks at 6 at 10-9. 7, the Cavaliers, 9-10. 8, the Hornets, 9-11. And number 9, the Knicks, 9-11. And at 10, the Orlando Magic, who started out so promising, they are now 8-12. Western Conference, the Jazz, 15-4, playing lights out. LA Clippers, 15-5. They're on a 2-game win streak. At number 3, the Lakers slide down to 3rd at 15-6. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak. 7-3 at home. I'm sorry. 4-4 at home, 11-2 on the road. Wow, that says a lot. Number 4, the Nuggets, 11-8. They just lost their last game. And number 5, the Grizzlies at 8-6. Number 6, the Suns at 10-8. Number 7, the Portland Trailblazers at 10-8. They'll stay towards the middle of the pack. The Warriors at number 8 at 11-9. They are 8-4 at home. And number 9, the Spoys, 11-9. Number 10, the Rockets, 9-9. So I don't think anything else from the Timberwolves, which are 4-14. Pelicans, 7-11. Mavericks, 8-12. Kings, 8-12. So you got the Pelicans down there. You got the, they're saying Ball's washed up. I think Ball had a ball last night playing basketball. I don't know if they're trying to move him, but we'll see. But yeah, 4-14. Jesus Lord, Timberwolves, man, they need some help. Where are the Bulls at, by the way? Bulls are 7-11 over on the east side. Pistons, the Wizards. Wow, you guys only mustered 3 wins this year. You're on a 4-game losing streak. Biggest losing streak next to the Nets right now. No, I'm sorry. Biggest losing streak in the league right now. Definitely in the Eastern Conference. Losing streaks. You got the Timberwolves on a 3-game losing streak. You have the Mavericks on a 5-game losing streak. These Mavericks, man, I've watched them. They need some interior defense. They need more than just Luka. They're ready to crown Luka. They're ready to put the Burger King crown on Luka. Luka's not ready yet. They need interior defense. You guys need some bangers down there. This flamboyant, shooting 3-pointers right off the rip. You need some interior defense. You need somebody to bang down in the paint. You know what I mean? Kings 8-11. What is the world coming to? What is the world coming to? Once again, it's your boy DJ Wildbody here, Pick'em Sports Talk Radio. I'm going solo today. Don't know what's going on. Been flying solo here. Miss out here doing what I like to do, which is this podcast thing. I really enjoy it. Try to bring comrades aboard to rock with me, man. Takes a lot of work. You got to get people to watch you, got people to believe in you. You got to get a rapport with people. So that's what I'm doing. I'm out here getting a rapport with people, talking my sports, giving you your sporting news. I'm not the funniest guy in the world, but I try to be more informative. I try to make up for my, for my shortcomings. And yeah, man, it's all about, going on here and doing my sport thing, man. I got a microphone, I got a computer, and I got playback value, man. So yeah, check out the Super Bowl. I want to go down to the Tampa. I want to go down to Tampa, man, and actually, if my comrades were around, I'd be driving down there because I'm down here in Florida and doing a podcast from Tampa. We're setting up, doing a podcast, talking of what we love to do, which is football. Football's on the menu. But yeah, we're gonna be getting, just a heads up, we're gonna be getting more in depth with the UFC and boxing. We got some special guests that are gonna be coming on. I'm trying to set that up now. Working on getting different sponsorship to help us out with giveaways and things of that nature for people that are tuning in. We're also working on doing a multi-stream platform. To not only are we going to be streaming to YouTube, we're also going to be streaming to Facebook at the same time. I don't know about Periscope. I think Periscope is supposed to be converting entirely over to Twitch. I'm not really familiar in the Twitch realm, but I am hearing it is progressing quite nicely. So yeah, look out for that, man. We're going to be definitely taking the wallpaper down and putting up new wallpaper, and we're going to continue right off this nucleus, right off this foundation of Pick'em. I will be here every Sunday, barring anything happening in my personal life, and I'll be here talking sports with the whole panel or not. That's just, I've been doing this before, and I'll keep doing it. Something I enjoy to do. So check me out. Check the playback out. If you guys want to be a part of Pick'em, please do not hesitate to hit me up on ADS. That's Alpha, Delta, Sierra, Whiskey, Indigo, Delta, Echo at gmail.com. That's ADS wide at gmail.com. Any suggestions, any ideas, would you like to be a part of this Pick'em Nation? I'm going to call it the Pick'em Nation, the Pick'emites, Pick'emites. But yeah, enough of the clowning around. That's going to be it for Pick'em. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Also, thank you on the playback. Shout out to Pop Pop's Woodshop for our sponsors, and we'll go from there. Once again, for the panel, shout out to Kareem, Cooper, Malcolm, CME Hustle Edwards, Kareem, BIC Williams, the original Pick'em panel. Hope that you guys are good, in good health, good spirits in the mind, body, and soul. See you next week. Peace. What up, Digger Hurts? Peace.